All right, everybody. All right, all right. I think we got everything shared and everything like that. So, what we're going to do, we are going to make sure that you know what we're doing. We're always here about this time, 12:30, and this is our lunch and learn. And every Wednesday, what we do on the lunch and learn is that we invite somebody that is already doing and exemplifying the things that we want to see done. Okay, because the things that we want to do, we want things that are going to highlight our purpose. Because what we are purpose pursuers, and if I didn't say so, my name is Michael Holmes, and this is the R.E.A.L University. That simply stands for Renewing Excellence and Advancing Leadership. And today, guys, we have Robert Lee with us. And what we're going to be focusing on is our third tenet in our strategies or our solutions. You know, we go with our cash flow management, which is our first one. Make sure we get everything together there with our budgeting, with our lining everything up with the dollars that should have names to it. So we'll know exactly what our money is doing. Then we have business income. Why? Because business income is taxed less than your 1099, right? Then we have investment income because investment income is taxed even less than those two. So you have to get to a place to where your cash flow is up to where you have stopped your expenses. You have stopped the high expenses. You have stopped those types of things like inflation, because inflation is that silent killer that is draining your dollars. Every time that you try to do anything, the cost of services and products are rising on a continual basis, almost 4 to 6% every couple of years. So if you don't have something outpacing inflation, then there's nothing for us to do to talk about. Then let's get ourselves out of debt so that we can use the extra cash flow to start ourselves a business, whatever that could be, whatever you want that to be. It could just be something from home. Okay. So what we want to do is make sure we're adding, multiplying, and then exponentially growing our income. And as we're talking about exponentially growing, we're talking about Mr. Robert Lee. And we're going to bring him on right now. And he's always, I'm going to let him do all his, and you know how we do. We don't like to puff anybody up. We want you to hear that they already have solutions and they already are being active. So I'll let you see him right there. We go. Cool beans. How's it
Hey,
going, Mr. Lee?
how you doing, man? How you doing?
Good, good, good. Good
Hear
to
me
have
loud
you
and
up.
clear?
I hear you real good, real
Okay,
good. So let's
great,
make
great,
sure
great.
everything's fine.
Definitely. I'm happy to be on. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Mike. And it's really simple. It plays back into what you were saying. We have inflation, okay? We have things that are out of our control with the economy, okay? We have politics. We have all these different factors that's playing into money, all right? Playing into our wealth. And we need to know the best ways for us to store long-term wealth and how we can get out of liabilities and get into assets. So I know you, Mike, you work a large part, into real estate, asset management, like you were saying, different things like that. And so for us, for me, what I kind of get into is I get into the investing, like you were saying. So whether that be long term investing, short term investing, so that we can get returns. And basically, we're trying to help people hedge themselves against the oncoming chaos and different things like that that's out of our control. How can we protect our wealth and do different things like that? Okay, so Mike, if you would, if you could show the treasury example that I had. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking, okay, so if we look right here, as you can see, the U.S. Bank Treasury Holdings versus, okay, CNI loans. So, CNI loans, okay, simply stands for consumers, okay? That's going to be consumers and individuals. That's going to be people like me or you or whatever the case is. We're still considered small term compared to what? Big banks, right? So now, as we can see with this chart, and I can read it for you. Okay, I don't expect you guys to know it, but with this chart right here, guys, now we can see that more money is being poured into the banks. More loans are being made to these big corporations and big banks than the individual consumers. Okay, so than the individuals and the consumers, right? So therefore, what does that mean for us? That means that we have less opportunities. Okay, we got less opportunities. All right, we have less of a chance to be how can I say it, spontaneous. Okay, we have less exposure to funds and different things like that that can help us build that capital and help us become entrepreneurs, help us start businesses or invest in fund an idea that we might have that could potentially be life changing and change the world. Okay, So that's what we're dealing with right here, guys. Is we're seeing this, and so therefore, what do we need to do with the money that we have? We can empower ourselves with the money that we have. We're handing over to somebody else to empower them, empower their bank, their company, and we can actually empower ourselves, guys. So what do we need to do? We need to take the money that we're making. We need to take the currency that we're making, right, and we need to make it work for us. And so that's what Mike helps people do, and that's essentially what I work with as well. So the second part that I wanted to show you guys, Mike, if you would show them the third thing I had sent it in. Okay, cool. Yeah, you pull it up for me. Let's see. Could you make it a little bit bigger for me? Cool, cool, cool. Thank you so much, Mike. Okay, so on Thursday, October 15th, right? The IMF. Okay, so the IMF stands for the International Money Forum, guys. This means that this is essentially the world economy coming together. Okay, so a large part of what I deal with the foreign exchange market. That's the world economy, right? So I keep up with world news. I keep up with a lot of things that's going on outside of just ourselves, outside of the United States, right? Outside of our own news and what we know about. So on Thursday, October the 15th, the IMF published a speech written by IMF's Washington, D.C. managing director, okay, Christina Gover, I'm sorry, Gervina, I'm sorry, called a new Bretton Woods moment. Okay, the article has called sound money and free market advocates to grow concerned that big changes is coming and possibly a great financial reset. Okay, guys, the great financial reset that they're trying to get us ready for is what? It's going to be when we move over to digital payments, guys. It's going to be when we no longer use regular cash and regular forms of payment that we're using now. What is going to happen with that? Okay, we're going to see our dollar decrease, and we're going to see assets that are valued against a dollar increase. So like I said before, Mike, you work with real estate. He does cash management, asset management. That's what the real you does. Okay, we're helping people understand how the way money works and how you can use it better for yourself. Okay, so with that being said, we see here, guys, that we're coming into a new world system. Okay, we're coming into a new way of living, a new way of doing things, right? Where things are more convenient. Okay, big banks and stuff like that, they're going to start. It's going to be more catered towards the consumer. Okay, so things are going to change. So you need to understand how is that going to affect your business if you already have a business. How do you need? What do you need to know when you're going to go start a business, knowing that we're going into this new financial reset, right? We need financial education. Okay, so that's one of the great things about the Real You is it focuses on financial education, right? And we also need to know with this new financial reset, how do we protect ourselves, and how with this new financial reset that is coming, guys, how do we hedge our investment? How do we profit from that instead of being negatively affected by it, okay, or the inverse of it, right? Because we know that when things happen in the world, major things happening inside the world, what do we know? We know that a large number of people are infected negatively by it. So how can we get on the other side of that, right? Okay, so that's the great thing about what I do, and that's why I love working with Mike. With the Real You is financial education. You have to build your financial education. So as you can see here, the IMF is calling the International Money Forum. Okay, the world banks, the big banks. That's all these countries coming together and saying we need to try something new because we're printing all these currencies. All these things are happening, and the value of these currencies are going down. People can afford less. Money means less to people now. So we need a new reset. And when this new reset comes, okay, assets are going to be revalued. Okay, so a large number of assets, one of them being real estate, will be revalued. And so you want somebody to navigate you through that. All right, and that's why I like working with Mike, like I said. And then just the last slide for you guys. It's just gonna be simply how you can get in touch with myself. Okay. My company that I started is Better Investments. All right. It's simply all we do, like I was saying before, we help people with the financial education. We help people as far as investing, whether it's long term or short term. And that's going to be the contact information I sent you, Mike. If you
Okay.
wouldn't mind for me.
Computer's moving a little slow.
Oh no, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. But yeah, guys, so it's really, really simple. It's like you want to get this financial education, okay? Especially when you got people going live and different things like that. People are making sure, okay, we're making sure that we go out our way and we help reach someone else. And the reason being is because we don't reach someone else, it's gonna be too late, all right? The system is gonna change, everything's gonna change. You're gonna have so many people uneducated as far as finance in the new system that we're going into, that this new system controls us instead of us benefiting from this new system. Okay, so reset is coming. Something big is coming, guys. Out of chaos creates order. Okay, problem, reaction, solution. Something big is coming, and you want to make sure that, especially financially, it's for you, your friends, and your family, right? That you are preparing yourself for this, and you're getting in touch with the right people. And that's why, like I said before, shout out to Mike and R.E.A.L. I love what you guys are doing on that end, and I love too when I get to step in and be a part of it as well. Because even though I have my own company, I definitely love being that that kind of that instructor for the real you, and being able to help people, knowing that we all have the same purpose. So thank you so much, Mike.
Most definitely. Hold on one second. Let me make sure. There we go. Let me get everything together. Okay, cool beans. Man, I appreciate it as always. We met just a little while ago, and I'm very impressed. You guys, if you don't know, he's a young gentleman. We don't worry about age because age is nothing more than the effectiveness of wisdom. Okay, so if you're young, all you got to do is just apply the knowledge that you have, that you're hearing coming out, and that equates you to, 55-year-old, 65-year-old, if you apply the information that he's telling you before us now. Because I've been in this thing for 30 years. Since I was 18 years old, I'm now 48. And I've seen the ups and downs, dips, but I tell you, it's always the same. You have to get in the right position, accordingly to what you hear. For lack of a better term, the money prophets are saying, hey, I'm watching this on a daily basis. So this is what's getting ready to happen, guys. Get yourself in this position. So once again, Mr. Lee, I appreciate you always coming in and stepping up. And you guys are going to hear more from Mr. Lee, because we're going to be doing a package, and you're going to see a course that we're going to outline for you guys in the Real University. So, Mr. Lee, I let you ride, and you can check this out. Please share this, guys. Anybody that's watching Mr. Lee, you saw his information come up. Rewind this. Get that information. Share it out to other people. People that are my age. We have children, cousins. Anybody. They may be in the millennial, quote unquote. But share that with them so they can start talking to somebody that's positive, that's really doing what he's saying he's doing. So, Mr. Lee, have a good one, and we'll
Thank you
see
so
you next
much, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for the
time.
opportunity.
And guys, let's do I want you to see right before here, I want you to see a quick testimony of the people that are applying the strategies, okay? So let's watch that testimony.
Hey, what's going on, family? It's yours truly, Nick Woodard, checking in with you. Another amazing day. Hey, real quick, I want to just share my personal testimony on how my econ, the personal financial success company, has helped change me and my family's life, right? So before my econ, I was living not even paycheck to paycheck. I was living getting paid Friday to being broke on Monday, right? I had credit cards maxed out. I was in debt up to my neck and was clueless about money. So I was introduced to this opportunity by my personal mentor, Mr. Terrence Hill, the founder of the Financial Blueprint Academy, because we believe in giving people a financial peace of mind, right? And he shared this information with me, and based off the first strategy when it comes to cash flow management, I was able to legally adjust my W-4 form as well as my wife's, and we income shifted an extra $700 back into our household each and every month, right? And we took the new cash flow and put it towards our debt. And up to today's date, we have snowballed over $50,000 in debt at the government's expense, right? And on top of that, we have actually cash flowed just over $100,000 by applying these strategies. So I encourage each and every one of you to reach out to anyone you hear who is talking about personal financial success, representing my econ, because we're all about changing lives and we want to welcome you to the financial journey. Have a blessed one. Peace.